Best NBA bets for Wednesday, January 28th, coming your way. 9 games on the slate. I've got them all for you. Let's go. Off the jump, it's the best bet for the show, and it's the Charlotte Hornets. -2.5 at Memphis. Charlotte has won 3 straight games, and they're 9-2 against the spread in their last 11 road games. They're in great current form. They have a point differential of an NBA best +82 over their last 7 games. The Grizzlies have lost 3 straight games. They're 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 home games, and they have a negative point differential over their last 7 games. Charlotte -2.5 is the daily sizzler for today's show. If you're looking for my best premium play of the day that goes out to members, you can get that for just $5. It's called my $5 favorite, and the link for it is in the comments section. If you want more than that, if you want to bet everything I bet every single day and get my exact betting card, you can do that by becoming a member at silverbackjungle.com or texting free trial to the number on your screen. Orlando is catching 2.5 points at Miami, Battle of Florida. The over-under 228.5. The Heat 15-7 at home, and they have a +10 point differential over their last 7 games, and they're 6-3 against the spread in their last 9. Good current form. Orlando 9-12 on the road this season, 3-7 against the spread their last 10, and in bad current form. They've lost 4 straight games and have a negative -69 point differential over their last 7. Lay the 2.5 with Miami and consider Bam Adebayo over 20.5 points. He's over this line in 7 of his last 8 games with a median of 25 points per game. Chicago -2.5 at Indiana, those poor souls. The over-under 236.5. Pacers won the first 2 meetings of the season, but the Bulls had a hard time scoring in both those games, managing just 101 and 105 points. But they weren't healthy. With both Josh Giddey and Kobe White back in the lineup, the offense has returned to regularity, and they've won 4 of their last 5 games. Indiana is the 2nd lowest scoring team in the association. Chicago, the 7th highest. I think that the Pacers will have a hard time keeping up on the scoreboard with the healthy Bulls team. I would lay the 2.5 with Chicago, and I like Kobe White over 19.5 points. He's over this number in 5 straight games and in 74% of his away games this season. Lakers +2.5 at Cleveland. The over-under is 234.5. Reeves, of course, out for the Lakers. Mobley and Garland out for Cleveland. Cleveland's in good form. They've won 4 straight and 7 of their last 10, and they have a point differential over their last 7 games of +38. The Lakers are 0-6 straight up in their last 6 games when lined as an underdog. And this is their 5th consecutive road game. It's a bad spot for LA. I like Cleveland -2.5 despite the injuries, and I like Donovan Mitchell over 31.5 points. With Garland and Mobley out, Mitchell's going to do a lot of the heavy lifting in this game, and he's in great current form. He's over this line in 3 straight games with a median of 36 points in those 3. Atlanta +6.5 at Boston. The over-under is set at 230.5. Boston is 16-7 against the spread their last 23 games versus bottom 10 scoring defenses, of which the Hawks are a card-carrying member. They played once this season in Atlanta, and the Celtics beat them by 26 as a 3.5 point favorite. I would lay the points with Boston, and I would consider Sam Hauser of the Celtics over 2.5 3-pointers made. He has a median of 4 3-pointers made over his last 10 games, and he made 10 3-pointers the last time they played the Hawks. Knicks +1.5 in Toronto. The over-under is 223.5. The Knicks have won 3 straight. They're on the second end of a back-to-back. Now, the Raptors have won 4 straight, and they're coming off a huge statement win in Oklahoma City, January 25th. I think this should be a close game, but I'll take the 1.5 with the Knicks. You know, there's rest and there's rust and there's flat spots. And having been off for 3 days after a huge win in OKC, I think it's a flat spot for Toronto. And some teams just have other teams' numbers. Dating back to 2024, the Knicks have won and covered the spread their last 7 games against Toronto, including by 16 points in Toronto this season. The Knicks are good in close games with Josh Hart in the lineup. When Hart plays, the Knicks are 68% against this number of +1.5. Knicks with the 1.5, and I like Josh Hart over 12.5 rebounds and assists. He's had at least 15 rebounds and assists in 4 of his last 5 games on day 2 of a back-to-back. Minnesota minus 7.5 at Dallas. The over-under 231.5. Cooper Flagg and Anthony Edwards, both questionable. Dallas is a good home team. They're 14-2 straight up. And in their last 20 home games, they're 85% against this number of plus 7.5. They're tough to beat by big margins at home. I think 7.5 is too many to give the Mavericks. I would take them, take the points with Dallas, and look at Najee Marshall of Dallas over 17.5 points. He's over this number in 6 of his last 7 games with a median of 21 points a game. Golden State minus 9.5 at Utah. Over under 239.5. Not my favorite game on the board. Full transparency, Golden State is 6-3. Their last 9 against the spread when lined as a favorite. But it's hard to back Utah, and Golden State's covered this line of 9.5 in 6 of their last 10. So I would cautiously lay the points with the Warriors, and the only prop I'd look at is Steph Curry over 31.5 points. Then we have the heavyweight battle of the evening on ESPN. San Antonio, 2 Western heavyweights. San Antonio plus 2.5 at Houston. Over under at 220.5. Both these teams are top 3 in rebounding, top 7 in scoring defense, top 12 in scoring offense. Houston has the best home record in the NBA at 16-3, but they've been overvalued by the books from a spread perspective. The Rockets are 2-9 against the number in their last 11 games when lined as a favorite. This is the 3rd meeting of the season. They split 1-1. San Antonio won the game at home, and Houston won their game at home. Happened just January 20th by 5 points. But I want to dig into that box score, okay? Here's what stands out to me. Victor Wembanyama went just 5 for 21 shooting, and Reed Shepherd was out of his mind shooting for the Rockets. He led them with 21 points. Both those things probably won't happen again. Houston shot 52% as a team. The Spurs shot just 39%, and the Rockets had 22 free throws to the Spurs' 10. 12 more free point opportunities. And the Spurs, at one point, had a 16-point lead in that game. It took a comeback effort from the Rockets despite everything having gone their way. The Rockets won by 5, and the Spurs managed just 14 points in the 4th quarter. I would say the wrong team is favored here. I like San Antonio plus the 2.5, and I like Stephon Castle over 6.5 assists. He's over this in 70% of his last 20 games with a median of 8 assists per game. In his 2 games against the Rockets this season, he had 13 assists and 8 assists. It's going to be a great game. I'm looking forward to it. Hey, guys, leave your favorite play of the day, your favorite NBA play of the day in the comment section. If I like it, I'll tail it. And if it hits, I'll give you a shout out in tomorrow's video. Have a great day. Stay tight out there, and I'll see you next time with a little more money in your pocket.